Today I'm going to take you guys through the Frank Tufano diet. This is the water buffalo. I don't think I've ever tried like water buffalo milk or cheese, but let's eat some honey here. What is going on, world? Saturday, June 27th. It is currently 10:47 in the morning, and today I'm going to take you guys through day 46 of the carnivore experiments. Yes, I've been eating all meat or meat products for the last 46 days, and today I'm going to take you guys through bodybuilding on the carnivore diet. And I just actually stopped off at the farmer's market and picked up some goodies. So let's go check it out, guys. Come along the journey for day 46 of the carnivore diet.
Hold up. I am the Hungarian experiment.
So it's actually been a good week or so since I took you guys through a full day. I've just been plugging along ever since I showed you guys that I was now introducing dairy and honey into my diet. I've just been kind of plugging along, experimenting with things. Over the last week or so, I did a couple 40-hour fasts because right now I'm actually trying to lean out for the 1-year transformation photos. So if you guys don't know, if you guys are new to my journey, every year at the end of July, I take year-long photos to see how these experiments are affecting me and my body. So again, I'm changing things up a little bit from the carnivore diet. I wasn't really pushing myself hard. I wasn't trying to cause fat loss over the last like 40 days. I was just trying to see what happened. But over the last 6 days here, I'm now upping my physical activity a little bit. I'm working out harder and a little bit more, and I'm doing things to help myself lean out. But as I mentioned, I actually stopped off at the farmer's market here, my local farmer's market at the Western Fair. And this is what I got here. So picked up some more honey, picked up a whole flat of free-range brown eggs, and I got a bunch of different cheeses here. So this time I got some interesting honey. If you guys were following along, saw my last farmer's market haul, I picked up a couple, 3 types of honey here. And as you can see here, in the last week and a half to 2 weeks, this is how much honey I've eaten. Again, I haven't been doing it every day, but over the last 6 days, where I have not been doing the 40-hour fasts, I've been using honey to help me with bodybuilding, and I'll show you guys how I'm doing that today to help carb myself up for my workout. So this is how much I've had so far. Again, this was like apple honey, this was like berry honey, and there's nothing added to it. It's just all apparently what the bees were using like when they're pollinating there. I haven't gone too much into this because this one's more bitter, and I'm not really mixing the honey with anything. So again, I picked up 2 different kinds of honey here. So this is from wildflower, so we're gonna try some wildflower honey, and then this is creamed honey. So apparently nothing else has been added to this. I have to dive into the research a little bit because I couldn't hear the lady all that well, but she was saying what they do is let the honey crystallize, and they put it through a machine after, and this is what comes. So I'm excited to actually experiment and try this out today. As I mentioned, today I'm going to take you guys through my bodybuilding workouts and show you guys how I'm utilizing honey to help myself carb up. Shout out to Frank Tufano. I'm basically utilizing some of his practices here. So today I'm going to show you guys the Frank Tufano bodybuilding carnivore diet, and then I picked up some local cheese. So over the last week to 2 weeks here that I've started adding dairy in, I've been experimenting with local cheese as well as not local cheese. So picked up some stuff the other day from the grocery store, pretty much ate most of it. I've been having a couple of cheese day binges as well as just allowing it to just eating it normally to see how it affects me. So I picked up, this is grocery store cheese. So this stuff I don't think is local at all. This is like provolone, this is aged cheddar, and this is brie. I ate a big piece of brie last night, and this was like probably like that big. So I kind of binged out on cheese last night, but in general, I've really been enjoying adding it to my diet. I can feel like a boost from it because again, I think the only real way that I'm getting calcium in my diet is from dairy or from the bone bone broth that I've been making, and I haven't made a bone broth in a little bit. I've been pushing off the bone broth ever since I experimented with it heavily for the last 2 weeks. So again, I believe eating local is the best way to go. I'm trying to get at least 95% of my diet local here. So as we can see, this is actually water buffalo cheese. So I'm very interested in trying this. This is grass-fed, and apparently this is from Elmer, Ontario. So just a couple hours away. This, I believe, is from the same Guns Hill. So yeah, from the same, so this is from Woodstock, Ontario. Bridges Brie, soft surface ripened cheese. I'm a big fan of Brie, so interested to try these ones local compared to like that non-local Brie that I had. Then we also got some cowbell cheese. So this is from Huron County, from the Blythe Farm, and this is from Gun Hill as well too. So this is, let's see what this one is. I forgot exactly what this one is called, but it looks like that. I think this is more of like a stinkier kind of cheese rather than, you know, like the aged cheddar and stuff. Ooh, wow, yeah, you can actually smell that there. So as I mentioned, it is currently like 10:50 in the morning, so I'm about to whip up some eggs and some bacon, and I got some editing to do. I'm trying to finish up the Vegetarian Myth by Leary Keith today, and yeah, I want to hit up a big workout today, so I'm going to take you guys through my full day here, what I eat, and how I'm manipulating things with honey now, and trying to experiment like with what Frank Tufano is doing. Again, go check out his YouTube channel because he's very fascinating, he's very interesting. He's eating like raw meat as well too, which is a little much for me. So I don't know if I'm going to be doing raw meat on this 100-day carnivore diet, but I think what he's doing with honey, and he's telling us he's saying he's not telling us a few things that he's also adding, and he's also supplementing with like copper, and yeah, saying he's not doing the best in regards to his iron levels. So there's some stuff where I'm watching him and I'm trying to study him as a human experiment, but he's also leaving some stuff out there. So Frank Tufano, love your channel, love what you're doing there, and you know, over the last week to week and a half here, I've been experimenting with your bodybuilding techniques. So guys, go check out Frank Tufano. I think he's great, and yeah, today I'm going to take you guys through the Frank Tufano diet. Alright guys, 11:57. I forgot I had a meeting for Project Mayhem, but just catching up on some Joe Rogan Experience podcasts. We have 5 whole eggs, brown, free range with 2 or 3 egg yolks. We got some bacon, and so we got some cheese here. So this is the Brie from the grocery store and the rest of the provolone, and then this is the water buffalo Brie, and then this is the cheese from Blythe Farms. So let's give this a shot. I did have a little taste test already. So again, here's the Blythe cow milk cheese. It's good, but definitely not a fan. When I took it out of the bag, it was actually like a little watery, and I was like, ooh, I don't think I've ever had watery cheese before. But yeah, not a huge fan of that, and I do have another whole one, so that kind of sucks, but it is what it is. And then this is the water buffalo. I don't think I've ever tried like water buffalo milk or cheese, so. Yeah, that's actually really good. I'm a big fan of Brie, so that's amazing. Now I'm just gonna compare it to like your grocery store Brie. This one's definitely creamier because I got like a creamier kind of Brie last night, but I'm a big fan of this water buffalo Brie. Experimenting with the cheeses. Alright guys, it's now 2:28. I got a bunch of editing done there. I still need to do a bit more work, but I want to actually work out in the next hour or two here. So it's time to carb up with some honey. So as I mentioned, we got 3 different types of honey now, and I can't wait to try this creamed honey. I'm interested to see what this is gonna be like. I have no idea. But again, this is all kind of inspired because of Frank Tufano. I know he's adding some other stuff or doing some other things. He's really not letting us know too much because he finds a lot of people steal his content and steals the information he shares with us. But I want to give him a big shout out because really appreciate the information and knowledge that he is sharing with us out there in the world. But let's eat some honey here. So this is basically what I've been doing, is just open up the jar and then I just eat it with a teaspoon here. So I take about 2 to 3 teaspoons of each, so I get about 6 teaspoons. And then I come back in like half an hour to an hour and have a few more. So that's basically what I do here. Just get a little bit. So good. So good. Actually, I'm just gonna do 2 of this one. So this is the apple honey, and this is the berry honey. We'll do 2 of this, and then we'll do 2 of the creamed honey. But what I've been noticing when I work out is like, I definitely feel a boost in my workouts. I think I took you guys through like the first day I had honey, and like I had a crash like right in the beginning of my workout. But it was also me like after like 30 to 32 or 34 days, I can't remember the exact day, of not having any carbs in my system, then having carbs. So I think that's why I crashed a little bit. But ever since then, having great workouts, I can see like the veins in my arms like swell up because they're just coursing with carbohydrates. So, and then here's the creamed honey. Whoa, this looks so weird. Look at that. Let's just try a little bit first. That's interesting. Ooh, I kind of like that. Yeah, I dig that. Oh yeah, thumbs up to creamed honey, that's for sure. So, like I said, I'll come back up here in like 30 minutes, 45 minutes, an hour, because I want to work out in the next hour or two. And I found, looking at the Carnivore MD, Dr. Paul Saladino, it seems like honey like peaks at about an hour in, and especially with like carbs as well too. I think your body initially starts using it up like right when you start getting in your system, but I'm gonna slowly taper this up, get more in, and that will be that. And then another shout out to Frank Tufano there. I just saw today he came up with a video making meringue. So basically what he does is he takes egg whites and honey. Then he also adds like some vanilla to it. I wouldn't add vanilla just because I'm trying to be like really hardcore with this carnivore diet. And he whisks it up, and it makes this like almost like a whipped cream, like a meringue, like what you see on top of like lemon meringue pie. So I don't know if I have a whisk. Yeah, we don't have a whisk here at the mansion, but we also don't have a mixer. So I might go out and buy a whisk in the next few days here, and I might experiment with some meringue because that seemed very interesting. It looked very tasty and a nice kind of like dessert that's apparently high in protein as well too. So I'm getting a lot of great information from Frank Tufano, really enjoying his channel. So again, shout out to him. This video is kind of dedicated to him because of the honey, and yeah, really enjoying his content. So go check him out. I'll try to put the link to his channel in the description box below, but go subscribe and check him out. But back to editing and some productivity here for another hour or so. Keep carbing up every little bit, and then we're gonna hit up a deadlift workout today. 316, time to carb up a little bit more. This is how I do it, guys. Nothing too fancy.
This is a homage beat.
7:56 and we got a whole free-range chicken just freshly cooked out of the oven there. So I'm gonna mow this down. Probably won't eat all of it, but I will eat most of it, and that's gonna be it for this video today. While that chicken was cooking up, I went for a nice hour walk around the neighborhood through the trails here. That was a great time. Got some of my nature in for the week because I haven't been going out too much, and as I mentioned, I'm getting ready for these transformation photos. So trying to increase my physical activity right now, get the body burning more calories, and I'm gonna try to keep this up because I actually went for a walk this morning that I didn't tell you guys about. So trying to go for 2 walks a day or a run or some form of cardio during the day. So that was great. Went out to a nice field there, stood there for a bit, did some stretching, did a 5-minute meditation, and walked back. And while I was walking, that was cooking up, had a nice cold shower, and as I mentioned, this is pretty much going to be it for the day. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. This was day 46 of the carnivore diet experiment, where I took you guys through eating honey and using that to carb myself up for my workout. So again, I've been doing that for the last 6 days to a week here or so, and really been enjoying it. Now I have heard some things that, like, when you increase carbs, you need vitamin C. So I hope that's not going to be a negative issue. Again, I have offsetted my my carb eating with the honey with like a couple 40-hour fasts. So we'll see how things go. Feeling great, feeling on point. As I mentioned, ever since like day 12, I feel like I'm elevated. And now having carbs during the day as well too, woo! I feel great. I feel awesome on this diet. So loving the carnivore diet so far, and that's gonna be it for this video. So really appreciate you guys if you guys made it this far in the video. I love if you go smash that like button and leave me a comment in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. I am the Hungarian Experiment.
I am the Hungarian Experiment.